win, go win, go win, go win, go win, win, go win.
Let's transition and go to my NFL Week 14 Wise Picks. Let's start off in the AFC North. It's an AFC North battle between Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers and Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are favored by 5.5 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Baltimore. The over-under for this matchup is 43.5 points. The Steelers are a mess right now. They are a terrible, terrible offensive football team. I believe the Steelers and Mike Tomlin should mutually part ways. I think it's time for Aaron Rodgers also to retire. So I think both Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin both will be gone once the offseason rolls around. I don't think the Steelers are a playoff team. I think despite their struggles, the Ravens are still better than the Steelers are. I know Lamar Jackson has not thrown a touchdown pass in like 3 weeks. I'm expecting that to change. So I'm rolling with the Ravens to beat the Steelers in Baltimore. Ravens 28, Steelers 17. The 9-3 Seattle Seahawks, favored by 7 points, are traveling to Atlanta to take on the 4-8 Atlanta Falcons. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Atlanta. The over-under for this matchup is 44.5 points. I thought Sam Darnold last week had a average performance as a quarterback against the Vikings. The Vikings don't have a quarterback. They couldn't score or move the football. I know JJ is frustrated with the Vikings. Thank God they released Adam Thielen. This is Adam Thielen's last year. They released Adam Thielen, and Adam Thielen, I think, was claimed by the Steelers, I believe. And so Adam Thielen, I don't think he's going to make the playoffs with the Steelers either, but he has a better chance with the Steelers than he had with the Vikings. But I thought the Seahawks, defensively, they did a tremendous job against the Vikings in Week 13. Seahawks are a better football team than the Falcons are. The Falcons have unraveled. I'm rolling with the Seahawks to beat the Falcons in Atlanta. Seahawks 31, Falcons 17. Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans are traveling to Cleveland to take on Shedeur Sanders and the 3-9 Cleveland Browns. The Browns are favored by 4.5 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Cleveland. The over-under for this matchup is 34.5 points. Listen, I don't care who wins this game, whether it's the Titans or the Browns. I am evaluating Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders. That's what I'm interested to see in this matchup. Two rookie quarterbacks. I think Shedeur is slightly a better quarterback than Cam Ward is right now. Like, I haven't really seen much from Cam Ward. I think he's played better over the last few weeks. But I'm going to roll with Shedeur to beat Cam in Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders, 24. Cam Ward, 21. But I am excited to watch both of these young quarterbacks face off against one another and evaluate them as prospects at the quarterback position in their rookie seasons in the NFL. The 5-7 Miami Dolphins are traveling to New York to take on the 3-9 New York Jets. The Dolphins are favored by 3 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff at MetLife Stadium in New York. The over-under for this matchup is 41.5 points. This is a AFC East battle between the Dolphins and the Jets. I'm going to roll with the Jets in an upset over the Dolphins. Jets 20, Dolphins 17. The 2-10 New Orleans Saints, they are traveling to Tampa to take on Baker Mayfield and the 7-5 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Tampa. The Bucs are favored by 8.5 points. The over-under for this matchup is 42.5 points. The Buccaneers got a much needed win last week against the Arizona Cardinals. They're still banged up. They still don't have Mike Evans. And they are dealing with a bunch of injuries offensively. But if the Bucs can continue to win games and Baker Mayfield can lead them to wins in the NFC, they have a shot to win the NFC South. because I think the Bucks are slightly better than the Panthers are, especially when they're healthy. So I'm going to roll with the Buccaneers to beat the Saints in this NFC South battle in Tampa Bay. Bucks 27, Saints 17. The 8-4 Indianapolis Colts, they are traveling to Jacksonville to take on the 8-4 Jacksonville Jaguars. The Colts are favored by 1.5 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Jacksonville. The over-under for this matchup is 47.5 points. Colts are on a 2-game losing streak. And I told y'all at the beginning of the season, the Colts were overrated. I still don't believe in Daniel Jones. I believe in Jonathan Taylor and Shane Steichen, but I don't believe in Daniel Jones as a quarterback who can take you on a deep playoff run. And the Colts have lost 2 straight games to the Chiefs and the Texans. Jaguars, on the flip side, the Jags are hot. The Jags have won 3 straight games, and they have scored 25 or more in each of those 3 games. But I still got questions about Trevor Lawrence. And I think this is going to be a battle. And this is a game that has major playoff implications, specifically in the AFC South. But I'm going to roll with the Colts to snap a 2-game losing streak and beat the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Colts 28, Jaguars 24. The 3-9 Washington Commanders are traveling to Minnesota to take on the 4-8 Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are favored by 1.5 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Minnesota. The over-under for this matchup is 41.5 points. I thought Marcus Mariota played well last week for the Commanders. They did lose that game against the Broncos, 27-26, but Mariota played great against an elite Broncos defense. I'm not so sure if Jaden Daniels will play in this game, but the Vikings, they don't have a quarterback right now. JJ is frustrated, and I'm praying somehow JJ can get the hell out of Minnesota because JJ deserves better, okay? Justin Jefferson deserves better, and he deserves to play on an actual contender. But with that being said, I'm going to roll with the Commanders to beat the Vikings in a close matchup in Minnesota. Commanders 24, Vikings 23. Joe Burrow and the 4-8 Cincinnati Bengals are traveling to Buffalo to take on Josh Allen and the 8-4 Buffalo Bills. The Bills are favored by 5.5 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Buffalo. The over-under for this matchup is 52.5 points. Josh Allen has struggled against the Bengals. Joe Burrow has actually had Josh Allen's number. And so, remember in the playoff matchup a few years ago, it was the AFC divisional round of the playoffs. Joe Burrow outplayed Josh Allen, and the Bengals beat the Bills in Buffalo in that divisional round matchup. So, this is a must-win for the Bengals. If the Bengals want to have any chance to make the playoffs, their only path is winning the AFC North. So they have to win out and finish 9-8. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, on the other hand, they want to keep pace with the Patriots and the AFC East. But I think this is going to be a high-scoring affair, and I'm expecting fireworks in Buffalo. But I'm going to roll with Josh Allen to beat Joe Burrow in Buffalo. Josh Allen, 34. Joe Burrow, 27. Bo Nix and the 10-2 Denver Broncos are traveling to Vegas to take on the Raiders. The Broncos are favored by 7.5 points. It's a 4:05 p.m. kickoff. The over-under is 40.5 points. Broncos defense struggled last week against the Commanders. I expect a better performance this week against the Raiders from the Broncos defense. Both of these head coaches are Super Bowl winning head coaches in Sean Payton and Pete Carroll. But Pete Carroll and the Raiders are a mess. I'm rolling with the Broncos to beat the Raiders in this AFC West battle. Broncos 27, Raiders 13. Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams, they are traveling to Arizona to take on the Arizona Cardinals. The Rams are favored by 8 points. It's a 4:25 p.m. kickoff. The over-under is 48.5. The Rams struggled last week against the Panthers. Matthew Stafford, uncharacteristically, had 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions. I think he also fumbled the football as well one time. Might have had 2 fumbles in that game. He had arguably his worst game of the season. I still think Matthew Stafford's leading the NFL MVP race. And I expect the Rams to have a bounce-back performance against the Cardinals. Rams 30, Cardinals 17. The Monday night matchup in LA is the 8-4 Philadelphia Eagles, favored by 2.5 points. They are traveling to LA to take on the 8-4 LA Chargers at SoFi. It's an 8:15 p.m. kickoff on ESPN. The over-under for this matchup is 41.5 points. The Eagles have been struggling in their last 2 games. And they are on a 2-game losing streak right now. And they are a mess offensively. I mean, it is so bad right now for the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, I can't recognize the Eagles right now. I cannot recognize the Philadelphia Eagles. This is some of their offensive numbers this year. Points per game, they're ranked 19th. Total yards per game, 24th. Passing yards per game, 23rd. Rushing yards per game, 22nd. Third down conversion percentage, 28th. And 3-and-out percentage, they're ranked dead last. And this is an Eagles team that has Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, and Devontae Smith. So it makes absolutely no sense why they're struggling the way they are offensively. It was hard to watch the Eagles on Black Friday. It was hard to watch the Eagles on Black Friday. Chargers on the flip side, Herbert got injured last week against the Raiders. He did return back to the field for the Raiders in that game. I think he also had surgery earlier this week on his hand injury that he was dealing with. But I'm expecting the Eagles to have a bounce-back performance. I cannot see the Eagles losing 3 straight games. I believe also in the NFC East, the Eagles, they know the Cowboys are coming. The Cowboys are coming in the NFC East. So I'm expecting the Eagles and Jalen Hurts to beat Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers. Eagles 24, Chargers 21. Those are my NFL Week 14 Wise Picks.